Hello, friends. For whatever reason, I've been really thinking about the I don't know, Hindu god, maybe person in I think God, Krishna. And I got this book and it's called The Little Blue Book on Krishna. And the first paragraph, I was like, oh, this is why I wanted to read this. So I'm just going to read this first paragraph to you. I think it's incredible. The last 9 years, excuse me, the last 9 years of my life have been the harshest, and yet, unbelievably, the most blessed ones. Of course, if anyone hears my story without seeing it from my perspective, they will surely feel those were the most cursed 9 years in human existence by any measure, which is why hearing this saga in my voice is so very important. It all began on the day of my marriage. It was the happiest day of my life, which turned into the most dreaded day of my life. But in hindsight, when I reflect on that day, it was actually a happy day. Of course, while I was in the midst of my dreaded moment, it didn't seem that way. So I had no idea that this was going to be a story. I'm so excited to read more of it. But I love that it captures that like nothing is wrongness or like everything is goodness or they're like bad can be good and good can be bad and they can switch back and forth. Topics that I love so dearly. And I was listening to a lot of Byron Katie today, so it just feels like a really nice full circle moment that I wanted to share with you all. That like Byron Katie says, there is no problem except for what we're thinking and believing. And my other favorite book of all time, um, Man's Search for Meaning, is a real testament to that. That, like, no matter where we are, whether we're in a concentration camp like Viktor Frankl was, or we're, having some great tragedy, whatever it is, like, our experience of that is what is real. And our, stress that we experience is from what we're thinking and believing, and not the actual um, thing that we're experiencing. If you think about it, like if someone stabbed you with a needle as you were walking down the street, you'd be horrified and you'd be like, they're a cruel, evil, terrible person, and it hurts so bad. And then if you get a shot and you wanted it and it was something that was going to help you feel better, you'd be like, oh my gosh, thank you for giving me this shot, and it wouldn't barely hurt, right? So, um, anyways, very cool to find another voice like that in Krishna, and I'm looking forward to reading the rest. Lots of love.